So, you just got your hands on the new Insta360 X5? Awesome. You're holding a camera that lets you shoot first and figure out the best angle later. But before you can do all that cool stuff, let's get you set up and rolling in just the next few minutes.
So, you've got it out of the box, you can feel the potential, and you're probably thinking, okay, where do I even start? Well, you're in exactly the right place. We're about to turn all that excitement into actual amazing footage, starting with the absolute must-dos. First things first, before we get into all the creative modes and fun stuff, there are a couple of, well, non-negotiable first steps to get your camera powered up and totally ready for its first adventure.
And really, it all boils down to 3 super simple steps. Pop in the battery and micro SD card, get it charged up, and then activate it in the app. That's it. Let's walk through each one real quick.
Okay, first up, pop open that battery cover. You just pinch the 2 latches. Easy. Inside, you'll see the slot for your micro SD card. Now, here's your first pro tip, and this is important. For that super smooth 8K video, you really need a card that's rated V30 or higher. That's going to prevent any glitches or weird recording failures. Good news is the camera can handle up to a whole terabyte, so you'll have tons of room for all your adventures.
Next, charging. And honestly, this is a total game changer. If you use a PD fast charger, you can get to an 80% charge in just 20 minutes. A full charge, only 35 minutes. I mean, that's just less time waiting around and way more time actually capturing the action.
And the last essential step is activation. You'll need to grab the Insta360 app from your app store, connect your camera, it uses both Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and then just follow the prompts on the screen. It's a really quick, one-time thing, and it unlocks all the camera's features and makes sure you have the latest and greatest firmware.
Okay, so your camera's powered up, it's activated, you're ready to go. Now let's get you comfortable with the controls. And don't worry, it's incredibly intuitive, you'll pick it up in no time.
You're really only going to be using 3 main buttons most of the time. On the front, you've got that big circular one. That's your shutter button, for snapping photos and starting or stopping your videos. Then on the side, you've got the power button, and right below it, the super handy Q button or quick button.
And that quick button? Oh, it's a major time saver. You can actually program it with your favorite modes. So let's say you want one for time lapses and another for slow motion. You just set it up, and then a single tap cycles between them instantly. No more digging through menus when you're in the middle of the action.
Now let's talk about that beautiful touchscreen. Just swipe down from the top and that brings up your shortcut menu. Think of this as your command center for all the things you'll adjust on the fly. Screen brightness, sound settings, or turning on cool features like gesture control. Swiping up from the bottom, that's where you get to be the director. This is where you'll find all your technical specs, like resolution and frame rate. You want to shoot in that cinematic 8K at 30 frames per second? Or maybe you want that buttery smooth 4K at 60. This is where you make it happen.
And once you've captured something awesome, how do you check it out? Super simple. Just swipe in from the left side of the screen. Boom! You're right in the album where you can instantly review all your photos and videos. It's really that easy.
All right, you've totally mastered the controls. Now for the really fun part. Figuring out what kind of incredible shots this camera can actually capture. Seriously, this is where the magic begins.
The X5 basically gives you 2 incredibly powerful ways to shoot. First, you've got 360 mode. This is its superpower, right? You capture absolutely everything around you at once, so you never have to worry about pointing the camera in the right direction. You just find the perfect shot later when you're editing. Or you can switch over to single lens mode for that classic, crisp, wide-angle 4K footage, just like a traditional action cam.
And within those main modes, you've got some amazing creative tools. TimeShift lets you create these mind-bending hyperlapses where you actually control the speed and perspective of the shot. Then there's bullet time for that iconic Matrix-style slow motion effect that looks so cool. And Me mode? It's fantastic for vlogging. It uses AI to automatically keep you perfectly in the frame, and the best part is, it makes the selfie stick completely invisible. So, capturing the shot is only half the fun, right? Now let's look at the super simple and honestly really satisfying process of taking that raw footage and turning it into a story that you can actually share with people. This is pretty much your entire workflow, and it's so streamlined. You connect the camera to your phone, browse through your clips, and then you use all the powerful tools right inside the Insta360 app to edit and export your final video. Done. Inside the app, That album page is basically your editing bay. You can do simple stuff like trimming clips, and you can even reframe your 360 video just by physically moving your phone around, which is pretty cool. But the real power here is the AI. You've got Auto Edit, which can analyze your footage and just spit out a dynamic video for you, and then there's Shot Lab, which gives you all these templates for complex, viral-style effects with just a few taps.
Okay, you've shot it, you've edited it, you've shared it. Awesome. The final step is just making sure your X5 is always ready to go for the next adventure. And trust me, a little bit of maintenance goes a very long way. Here are 3 really simple habits to get into. First, always double-check that the seals on the battery door and the USB port door are clean and shut tight. You want to make sure those little orange indicator marks are completely covered. Second, keep your firmware updated through the app. You'll get new features and performance fixes. And finally, just give those beautiful lenses a gentle wipe with a lens cloth before you start shooting. It makes a huge difference.
And hey, speaking of those seals, when they're properly closed, this camera is waterproof down to an incredible 15 meters, that's about 49 feet, right out of the box. No extra case needed, so whether you're heading to the beach or the pool, just check those seals and you are good to go.
And that's really it. You're ready. You've got the tool, and now you have all the basics to take it from the box to a finished, totally shareable story. The only question left is, what are you going to create first?